Okoya, do you agree with his position?
Yes, with what happened in open court today, we tried our best as his legal team to advert the attention of the court, call the attention of the court to the infirmities in the proceedings. The constitutional infirmities, very serious, very grievous constitutional infirmities that are militating against preparing him for fair trial. In particular, the breach, the flagrant breach of Section 36, rights to fair hearing, which were not being properly addressed by the court. We wanted those infirmities to be removed, those features, those things that are making it impossible for this trial to proceed fairly to be removed before Kanu could be put to trial. But my lord, the court was very reluctant to do that, and the court was blinded by some reasons in its wisdom to proceed with the trial when Mazi Kanu has not been given the opportunity with his counsel, team of counsel, to prepare him for this trial at detention facility, DSA detention facility. So we felt this is unconstitutional, but the court was blinding itself to that. So our client had no choice than to express himself. That is his constitutional right. And remember that historically the Supreme Court had questioned the impartiality of this very court. So today it appeared that the Supreme Court was right after all.
But if you look at what Justice Binta said, she said that the part of the judgment where Mr. Kanu anchored his decision or his outburst in court for her to recuse herself was a contributory judgment, not the lead judgment. That judgment was made by Justice Emmanuel Aodia, and that is what he's basing his decision for her to recuse herself. So what is your take on that?
Well, she did not say that on the record. When we applied for restoration of the bail, we made the argument that this is part of the lead judgment. The opposing counsel made a contrary argument. She never made a ruling on that. She dodged the question. She never made a ruling. What she said in open court today was a surprise to us. The issue whether the judgment, that part of the judgment was an obiter dictum, or whether it was part of the lead judgment or whatever, they raised the issue for the prosecution. We addressed it. When she made her ruling, she dodged the issue. Rather, she went abroad to say that she had previously forfeited the bonds that protected the bail that he had given to him, and that forfeiture was a question before the Court of Appeal, which also was in error. So we went on appeal. If she had addressed this issue on the record that it wasn't part of the lead judgment, we would have taken it head on.
Okay, lastly, sir, remember your client has always complained that he had health challenges, hearts, and thereafter. And now that the court has said that this case will be sent back to the CJ, don't you think it will take time? Because Justice Binta said that the CJ is unavoidably absent from the court. So the time for the court
on the lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial. After all, I'm innocent, so they have not against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going on.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you...
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope. Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more...
Give her the Supreme Court judgment.
Can you hold this for me?
She can...
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is the judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is
it.
The page? What is that again?
13.
Where it says
page 18.
all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me,
To discuss his
I had a
defense.
discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they remove London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
in violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Because the
Charges leveled against me. This place where I committed this crime was London in the United Kingdom. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself.
They remove it.
I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me.
They remove that London.
Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah. Based on that, they remove London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
in violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Yes, the persecution against the Igbos. The persecution
No, let them give them a fresh one, not the ones.
No, we have many of that.
Mr. Kanu, last one last question. One last question. Reference to what she has asked earlier. One of the senior judges at this court.
And I have respect and love for her. She knows
What
it.
if this case comes back to her? Because
It is not possible. It's not possible. This persecution of the Igbo people, this orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people, stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
The rules change.